Good evening, YouTube. Minimalist Outdoors here. Doing a little video on the types of ammunition. I know previous videos I've done was the rifles I use for deer hunting and coyote hunting and everything. I've covered those bases a little bit. So just to get familiarized with what type of rounds they are, this is the 22 Magnum, which is the one that I use for predator hunting and everything. So I got that. You guys are kind of familiar with that already. The 44 mag. 44 mag, I use the 225 grain FTX lever evolution. This thing flies at about 1,410 feet per second straight out of the muzzle. So that thing's got a very good feet per second, and the polymer tip actually allows the penetration of the hide of the animal to happen pretty well. So that's old trusty right there. So that's for using for deer hunting, or if I ever decide to go black bear hunting or grizzly, that's what I'd use right here. And that's what my rifle will be zeroed in for. That's what I used over in Nevis for the North Woods and everything. So this next one from Hornady, as you can see, I'm a very good fan of, or big fan of Hornady. The 22 Magnum 30 grain VMAX is a Hornady, then Hornady for 44 Magnum. Now the Hornady for 6.5 Creedmoor. This is 129 grain interlock. Interlock is where the jacketing of the bullet actually goes inside the, just covering pretty much the main part of the bullet, which happens to be the lead. This one's a soft point. I mentioned this in the previous video where I was introducing what type of deer rifles I use, and this one goes to my Ruger American Predator in 6.5 Creedmoor. So this is a nice look at the 6.5 Creedmoor from American Whitetail Hornady. So going back to previous videos, you might say that I might have a little obsession with turkey hunting, but I find that just to be a really, really fun sport. What I use for turkey hunting, as I mentioned in previous videos as well, I use the 12 gauge load. So 12 gauge. This shell is 2 3/4 in length. That's really all you need. A lot of people use 3-inch, but I mean, I'm pretty confident with 2 3/4. But this thing has a very, very good velocity, and the weight of the projectiles are pretty good too. Within 25 yards, this is all you need for shotgun loads for turkey and everything. And this is number 5 shot. If you don't know what number 5 shot looks like, here's a little table. Let's see, load sizes, number 5. So these are actually in actual diameters. So that is pretty much the diameter of a 9mm right there. Double-aught buck. So you're looking at buckshot size right here. I just printed out this table. My employer from Sportsman's Guide, he gave me this because he kind of likes studying shot size as well. But right here is number 5 shot. That's the actual size. So it's a decent size for diameter and everything. When you're hunting for turkey and everything, you need that knockdown power, so a heavier load. And yeah, so this is a good overview of the type of rounds that I personally use for hunting, all around. 22 Magnum, I mean, you can kill a lot of things with 22 Magnum, but this hunting with rimfire isn't legal in a lot of states unless you're hunting small game or predator and everything. So that's why I use 22 Magnum. But I've heard of people killing deer with 22 Magnum, but that's something that's not allowed in my state of Minnesota. So next step up, you can kill black bear with 44 Magnum, kill grizzly with 44 Magnum. I have this in my Smith & Wesson Model 69, and I have it in my deer rifle that I introduced a couple videos back, the CVA Hunter break barrel 44 Magnum. And yeah, so this is the round that I was talking about. This thing has such a flat trajectory. You don't have to, if you're shooting within 400 meters or 400 yards, you're not going to have to do too much guessing or compensating for bullet drop. 6.5 Creedmoor and other 6.5 variants in the 6.5 family. they're super flat trajectories, and you don't do too much guessing. So, but yeah, it's all kind of interchangeable too. If I ever decide to go like coyote hunting, I could still kill a coyote with a 44 Magnum, but that'll leave the pelt in a mess. If I decide to shoot with 6.5 Creedmoor, and when this round kind of mushrooms out, that's gonna be a mess too. So I'm gonna stick with the fast, clean kill of the 22 Magnum. It gets some decent, pretty good range. I may even try stretching out to 200 meters, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, hope you learned something from this video. This is the stuff that I hunt with. Everybody else is entirely different. This is just what works for me. These are all pretty good, like well-rounded rounds. So, yeah, these are okay to consider. Like 22 Magnum, it's affordable to shoot. 44 Magnum, compared to other very powerful pistol rounds, is pretty affordable, unless it's lined up with 357 Magnum. But 357 Magnum is as powerful as 44 Magnum, so I mean, you're better off spending money off of 44 Magnum instead of 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter can be pretty expensive, and you're shooting it from a semi-auto like the Glock 40, and that could be pretty expensive. So because you're putting more rounds down range and everything. For 6.5 Creedmoor, I mean, yeah, like these are all pretty affordable rounds, and this is $8.99 for a box of 10, so you can't really go wrong. Hope you learned something from this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more informational videos. Tomorrow, I'm going to be going out in the woods. I'm going to be doing some predator hunting with the Savage 93. I'm super excited. Be all camoed up. I'll see if I can get some footage out there. But yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you.